Y'all. Wait a minute. So y'all telling me the Ravens didn't do anything to improve this team? Nothing. Like I expected, okay, I'm like, maybe it'll be one of those situations where you get that kind of bye week trade, that bye week pickup, and the Ravens did nothing. They've left me here surprised. They've left me here bored again by the moves that they have made or a lack thereof. I'm confused, y'all. We got to talk about it. Let's do it. All right, y'all, what is going on? Good people. Look, we back at it again. Be More Show. And we got to talk about this Ravens team and the bye week because I thought the Ravens would fill my timeline up with the amount of moves that they would be making. You talking about a team that's got 40 dropped on them multiple times, high 30s dropped on them throughout this season. I expected some maneuvering to be going on. Instead, this is what we got. Odafe Oweh. Get out of here. Okay. We brought in a safety from the Chargers. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head. I mean, I thought he played pretty well in the game that we seen him in, but still. Okay, get rid of one of your best pass rushers, add another secondary piece. We talked about this already. Not happy about it. Not my favorite move they made throughout this period of time. And then the other biggest move they made throughout this time, besides maybe, I don't know, re-signing Tyler Huntley to the active roster or something, was signing Carl Lawson, who had some time with the Jets, I think most recently, time with the Cowboys, time with the Bengals, right? And I'm a little bit confused. All right, and like y'all know me, okay? Like we know each other. Like we know each other, okay? We do. We know each other. I'm the optimistic one in the group, okay? I really am. Like I'm like, you know what? This defense, they'll figure it out because it's the Ravens defense. If the Ravens are going to figure out anything on this roster, the defense and special teams, they're going to figure out. The rest we leave it to Lamar Jackson to make magic happen, okay? But it's just odd, right? They signed him when? As of 4 hours ago. So on Friday, they signed Carl Lawson on Friday for a game they got on Sunday. And then you got a quick turnaround on Thursday when you go against the Dolphins. You don't know if Lamar Jackson will be quite back. I know he was a full participant this week, and everybody on the injury report was full. But it's just like I think I expected more from EDC. Like people keep telling me, okay, let EDC cook, and then I look in the kitchen and the pantry is empty, and I'm like, okay, he gonna just make something crazy then, because I don't even know what to expect. And then nothing comes of it. Nothing comes of it. Now I will say this, right? I will say this, and I gave EDC credit previously in the past about certain things. Carl Lawson was not what I expected, y'all. Right? Carl Lawson was not that was not the move I was expecting to make. I mean, you talking about a team that I think what I heard, shout out to Hendo. Hendo mentioned this in his video, and I think it's what I heard. 8 sacks on the year. 8 sacks on the year from the eye test. And I always talk about the eye test because that's what I see, right? From the eye test, the pass rush is nowhere to be found. Nowhere, right? Nowhere to be found. There's no elite pass rusher on this team, even without Odafe Oweh. Even without Odafe Oweh, without Odafe Oweh is probably worse, right? To be honest, in that regard. Mike Green, nothing from him. Not even but BK's been hurt, so there's that. I think he leads this team in sacks, which is crazy, considering he's been out since week 2. And for a team that's gotten 38 dropped on them, a couple 40 burgers dropped on them, maybe 3 40 burgers, if I'm not mistaken, dropped on them. you would expect some urgency coming out the Ravens right now. Because let's think about it. Look, and this is why I felt like I had a little bit of confidence in the Ravens and what they were going to do. Because I'm like, hey, look, we talking about the Roquan Smith trade, right? We talking about the Roquan Smith trade when you needed a middle linebacker, you needed somebody to change the culture of this team. And I mean, I know he's gotten some flack lately, but at that time, after that Browns game, when we saw, was that Peanut back there back then? Getting ran by everybody, Nick Chubb and all them guys. When you needed a spark, that's what Roquan Smith gave. And that was a perfect trade at the time. Calais Campbell, same situation. Marcus Peters, same situation. You needed a spark at those positions. And EDC came through for us. But this time, nothing. Radio silence from EDC. Radio silence from EDC and what EDC is. And I'm confused. I don't get it. This is a team that's had 40 dropped on them, 38 dropped on them. Both lines, both up front areas is hurting, right? No pass rush to speak of. And no moves truly being made. Nothing. I'm disappointed, yo. I'm disappointed. Okay, I am. I'm disappointed. How do we overcome this? Especially you got a Bears team who's honestly playing okay right now, right? They're looking pretty good in comparison to what we've seen from them in the past. Especially what we've seen with them with Caleb Williams. They've been up and down. I'm gonna try to get my guy Rabbit on to talk a little bit more about this. Hopefully tomorrow. But it's just interesting, y'all. Carl Lawson of all guys. Carl Lawson of all guys. Now, I hope they can come in and give us a spark. I really do. Like I like what I see from him when it comes to, when you watch him rush the passer and how aggressive he is and how high of a motor he has. But in terms of like a needle mover type sign, I'm not feeling it yet. Right? This isn't, like we said, this isn't Calais Campbell when you need him. A Calais Campbell type of finesse trade. This isn't a Marcus Peters type of trade where you're like, okay, that's going to make an impact right there, right? This isn't even a Yannick Ngakoue where you like didn't work out, but you see what the potential was. You see what it could have been. You see what the need was. You went and grabbed the need, and it just didn't work out. This is disappointing to say the least. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this fixes the problem. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, and I'm going to say this again, and I've said this before, but I don't think this fixes this problem, right? Because I think this is a coaching problem more than it is a personnel problem. I think on both sides of the football right now, there are coaching issues that are rearing their ugly heads and not personnel issues. You're talking about a team who probably, if I'm not mistaken, had the most Pro Bowlers on the team last year, right? So you're talking about a team that obviously really good. So look, y'all, I got to get up out of here on the next episode of the Be More Show. Is this enough? Let me know down below. Look, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace, peace.